people
Exactly.
in Europe came to see that, and that is super cool. And it was a great match.
Oh, it was an incredible match. With the beautiful roll up that you don't really see anymore.
You don't, man.
No.
Like that. Like I would say that about the Hart family, like in general.
Right.
Like they did those kind of things really well. Mm-hmm. And maybe that's like a Stampede thing. I don't know, but
I think
like,
it had to have been.
That was super well. Really liked it.
What you got?
This one is for pure fun.
Oh, okay. It's another Island Deathmatch?
It is an Island Deathmatch too. No, from SummerSlam 2005, Hulk Hogan versus Shawn Michaels. I remember hearing about this match being like, well, like at first, like they did the.
Well, they tried to make Shawn heel, which didn't work.
Well, they did, but like the build up to it though was great because it was like Shawn Michaels was like, I gotta have only one guy can come and be my tag team partner is Hulk Hogan, and they did the match, and everyone's like, woo, and he straight super kicked him.
Yep.
And I was like, damn. This is some good wrestling. Then they did the fun, like, Larry King Live thing where he was making fun of him. And you're right. Like, Shawn Michaels was at that point in his career where he really couldn't be a heel anymore.
Exactly.
I think he could have. I don't think Shawn Michaels really... I don't know. I think he might have wanted to, but he's, like, he's one of the best performers of all time.
It's true.
Like, I have a hard time now being like, no, I'm going to boo you.
Yeah.
I don't boo Triple H, and he's a great heel.
He's a fantastic heel.
I'm still like, I respect you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you for NXT. Thank you for...
But it was the... I love this match for more of the backstage drama. Like,
right. Yeah, because this was supposed to be a three-match
It was supposed to be at least a two-match
Okay.
series. Like, Hogan was going to job, or like Shawn Michaels was going to job, and then
Right.
Hogan was going to job again. And then I guess Shawn Michaels was... Or Hogan was like, nah.
Yeah,
I just want to do the one.
I've always heard it was Hogan.
Hogan was like, no, I'm going to do the one. And Shawn Michaels, apparently, this is, what they say. And who knows if this is true or not. But, like, the dirt sheets say that there was, like, Shawn Michaels was kind of like, all right, well, I'm going to out-politic this dude. And it finally got down to Vince being like, no, Shawn.
Right.
Hogan's going over, and he's going to do what he's going to do.
Yeah.
And Shawn Michaels was like, all right. And so what we got was the resulting match where Shawn Michaels took that big boot and fucking fell out like...
Flip-flop, looked like Rock taking a stunner.
And every time that he hit a big move, it was just over the top. And I like
it's hilarity.
At the time, I didn't know what was happening.
Right.
I was like, why is Shawn
why is he
Michaels
selling
like
that way?
selling this way? Like, it's hilarious, but like, I don't get it. That was another one that we watched. Like, we weren't we kind of, I guess, always watched SummerSlam. Yeah. It's a big one.
That's a big one.
I remember we watched it at Sergio's apartment, and like we it was good. It was fun.
Yeah, we were like, what the fuck is he doing?
And then later we were like, oh, this is what he was doing.
My next one involves Hulk Hogan as well. Hulkster.
The Hulkster.
1992 Bash at the Beach. I'm just kidding. It's 1996. 1996.
Oh,
Bash
yeah,
at the
because
Beach.
1992 Bash at the Beach doesn't exist.
No, it doesn't.
It was Beach Blast in
Beach
1992.
And that was Rick Rude and Stinger.
Yeah,
so
good.
Yeah.
And that was a good match.
But no, this one was the Outsiders, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash versus Sting, Lex Luger, and Randy Savage. But who was going to be the third man?
Man, like, this is one of those... I mean, it is, like, I would say one of the most... Up there with, like, Hogan slamming Andre.
Yes.
Like, one of the most iconic moments in pro wrestling history. The thumbs down or the thumbs up to the dudes after the leg... Man, when Hogan hits that fucking, like, rope, you know that he's like... I hope this works. You can see it on his face.
You kind of see it when he's like, so I think Sting got, or Luger got injured or whatever during the match, and so he got taken out. And then I think Jimmy Hart is the one dragging down Hogan.
He is,
and then Hogan's like, "Oh, I guess let's go do this." And then he gets in the ring, looks at both of them because Savage is on his back, hits the rope, boom, leg drop. And then that place fucking went bananas.
All the garbage they were throwing in the ring.
I've never seen that much garbage thrown in the ring before. And we grew up in the South.
Yeah, I mean,
people do that shit all the time.
Wild, like such a like, just a crazy moment
because he'd been the face forever.
He was the guy, the good guy. Say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and now he's like, "Fuck your fucking WCW. I'm gonna
spray paint people."
Spray paint this title, babe. Like, what? Who gives a crap? You know,
I don't give a fuck anymore. This is the New World Order.
It was the New World Order.
What you got?
I'm gonna go with. I realize now that I did a lot of. All of mine are SummerSlams.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Well,
That was my problem
also,
at first. I was going
Bash
through
at the
WCWs.
Beach was not very good
They
sometimes.
weren't the best.
Although there are some moments we can give some honorable mentions maybe in a little bit, like Bash at the Beach 2000, but where Hogan's like, "This is bullshit."
Yeah. Well, this is why your company's
Your
going.
company sucks.
That would be
SummerSlam.
hilarious. Imagine if Hulk Hogan actually sold. Imagine if Hulk Hogan actually sounded that way going through the 80s. Hey, let me tell you something,
Let me
guys.
tell you about eat your prayers, say your vitamins.
Well, let me tell you, Mean
24-inch
Gene.
pythons. I think I covered everything. SummerSlam 2014.
What are you going to do when Hulk Hogan runs wild on you?
You are going to do nothing because you sound like a dweeb. SummerSlam
Nerd.
2014
Sorry,
is what I'm going
2014,
with.
Yes. What you got?
Brock and Cena.
Ooh, the origin of Suplex City.
Yeah, and like knowing what I know now, maybe I wouldn't really be as excited about that match because it was like it's like almost like they rebranded Brock. They were like, but now he just kills people.
Yeah, he's a killer.
And they killed Cena. That was the thing. We were like, what the fuck, man?
How is he going
Like-
to take so many fucking suplexes?
And he took like 16 German suplexes. And he buried him.
He did.
And
He barely got any offense whatsoever.
at the time, I was like, man, this is exactly what Brock needs to
Yep.
be. And I was really excited about it. Now, like, 5 years later, I'm like, get the title off of him.
Why is it still
Stop.
there?
But at the time, it was a super great match. Another one that we watched, even though I wasn't watching all of them at the time because SummerSlam.
Right, of course. Big Four.
All right, hit me with is this your last one?
It is my last one.
Last one.
Bash at the Beach 1995. The one and only time that it was actually at the beach where they had a ring which was a couple 100 yards away from the actual ocean. So this was around the time Eric Bischoff had taken over and Hulk Hogan was there, and the main event was Hogan and Vader in a cage, which was shockingly not very good. Actually, the whole card was pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, you said 95?
Yeah.
Most wrestling in 95 was garbage.
Yeah.
Like, not even like, no joke, not even like WWE was good in 95. It was all bad. It was all bad.
So, of course, Hogan was the champ, and then the show kicks off with Sting, your U.S. champ, because we all know he's not going to be world champ as long as Hogan's there.
Nope.
Not as Hogan is a good guy, anyway. And he faces Ming, who is managed by Colonel Robert Parker.
Man, I love Colonel Rob.
So do I, but not with Ming. It just
Agreed.
makes no
It was
sense.
weird.
Like, he's supposed to be... So they build this... So they play this promo video of Ming beforehand. He's like, he's a master of 9 different martial arts.
But
And then he's got some southerner trying to sell you
Fair.
chicken in the corner. I don't know.
But yeah, man, that was Colonel Parker's like thing. He was
That's
like,
true.
I'll get this wrestler. He's like a smooth talking like con man kind of.
Basically, yeah.
But also, Ming is legit bad. Ming should have been.
Ming is a legit badass.
Ming should have been a main eventer somewhere.
Exactly.
And if he's not, he could have just shot his way to it, put the promoter in like a headlock, and like been like, make me the champ.
Felt like a nerve hold or something.
Okay.
But it was a fun show. I remember watching it when I was a kid.
It was
one
fun
of
as
the
a
three.
child, right?
Yes, of
Because
course.
you're like, it's on a beach.
And I rewatched it. Doesn't hold up.
You're like, it's on a beach?
Why the fuck is it on the... Okay.
That's weird. Okay.
Yeah. Good for you, but...
All right, so my last one is the match that got me back into professional wrestling after I stopped watching it after the Attitude Era.
Which one is that?
It was SummerSlam 2002, the unsanctioned match between Shawn Michaels and Triple H.
It was the first match back, right?
It was, and I remember hearing about it somehow. I remember hearing that he was going to be on Raw in 2002. Well, I guess he'd been doing like the NWO stuff, right?
Right.
But I guess I don't even know. Maybe you told me. I don't know. But someone told me he was going to be back on Raw, so I watched it. And then I watched Triple H kick him when they were going to do the DX reunion.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
all going to be cool. And he did the pedigree and shit. And then I watched the build up to that, and I was like, yeah, I want to watch this.
Yeah.
And then I watched it. Well, it didn't get me back into wrestling. I just remember like watching it and being like, yeah, that was really good. And
Right.
then being like, bye.
Bye
Until
again.
2005. But yeah, it was a great match. And I remember watching it thinking, man, like, I hope Shawn Michaels doesn't die. Because, I mean, he had a back injury. I
Right.
thought that he was like so fucked up that he had to not ever wrestle again.
And
now
he
he's
comes back and
there
wrestles
doing
for
it
like
again.
another, 10 years?
Easy. It was like an entirely different, and it was like an entirely different Shawn Michaels. Not entirely different, but it was a much different Shawn Michaels and a much different career than his first one. But it was like almost 2 different careers, absolutely.
Without a doubt.
I mean, he had like a 4-year break, so.
Got to find himself and find Jesus. Well, it is that time of the evening.
It is time for the curtain call, where you get in the ring and upset your boss so much that he almost fires you or fires your friends, and the other one, he makes him lose for a year.
But then he gets to let him marry his daughter.
But then he marries his daughter and runs the company now. So, I don't know. I guess that really, the curtain call kind of worked out for Triple H, I'd say.
I'd say everything worked out well for Triple H.
So, what is happening in the pro wrestling calendar?
Pro Wrestling Calendar, August 3rd. We've got Triple A's Triple Mania 27 from Mexico City, Mexico.
This looks like a banger of a card,
It does.
man.
We've got Cain Velasquez, the former UFC World Heavyweight Champion. He's making his wrestling debut, actually, in a trios match with, he's teaming with Psycho Clown and Cody Rhodes, or because he's in Mexico, could be Cody Rhodes. Against the Los Mercenaries, which is Texan Jr. and Torres, and a third opponent to be named later. TBA, yes. And then August 9th, we've got CMLL and New Japan and Ring of Honor bringing you Summer Supercard from Toronto, California, which the main event looks to be a ladder war with the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship, with the champions being the Briscoes against the Gorillas of Destiny.
Which should be a fun one.
That is going to be
Those
bloody...
guys are always wild.
That last match they had at Manhattan Mayhem was insane. Very good. August 10th, we've got the NXT's TakeOver from Toronto. The main event is a 2 out of 3 falls match. Cole gets to pick one stipulation for one match. Gargano gets to pick stipulation of the other fall, and if there is a third, which we all know it will be, Regal gets to pick the stipulation.
Pro wrestling.
Exactly. We've got August 11th. We've got SummerSlam from Toronto as well. The main event looks to be for the Universal Championship. Seth Rollins will face the champion, the Beast, Brock Lesnar.
Bork Lesnar. Looks like it'll be another beatdown of Seth. I don't know.
I hope so.
I have no idea
Seth
what
Rollins
they're gonna
went over at WrestleMania. You never know. And August 12th, we get the finals of the G1 29 Climax from Tokyo, Japan.
At 2 a.m.?
Yep.
No,
Just stay up.
I don't know what time.
For
Is it 2 a.m.?
I'd say around 3 would be when the show starts.
So, what
you'd
you're
be
saying
done by
is,
5.
August 10th, 11th, and 12th. Just stay up.
Well, I mean, you could sleep because 3 of them are from Toronto. And then after SummerSlam, just stay up.
Man, that's like a crazy August 9th, August 10th, August 11th, August 12th.
Boom, 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 boom.
Man,
boom.
that's a summer spectacular, right?
You've got all of it. And then, of course, the weekend before, you've got Triple Mania. So find a way to watch
August,
that.
August is nuts.
It's hot.
It is hot. It's hot.
Heat-wise?
It's hot in Texas. It is hot on the professional wrestling scene. We're going to see some titles change hands.
Oh, we're going to see a lot of titles change hands. And I want you guys to tell us what you think the titles are going to change hands. Who's going to change them? Who's going to win? What surprises we might see? I don't know. Hit us up on Twitter, though. We are at Couple of Marks 1. That is the number 1, because we are the number 1 Couple of Marks podcast. On Instagram, we are a Couple of Marks. Facebook, we are a Couple of Marks. Email us, a couple of pro wrestling marks at gmail.com. And visit our website, a coupleofmarks.com. Do not forget to subscribe. Give us those 5-star Frog Splash reviews. And we are on Google Play. We are on Apple Music. We're on, if you find podcast, we're on there.
We're there, baby.
Find us, tweet us, like us, follow, love us. You know, if you love us.
And talk to us.
Yeah,
we want to talk to you.
We want to talk.
So that's it for this show. I don't know what the topic's going to be next week.
Oh, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out, and
we'll let you know.
You will know.
We might even put a poll up. Who knows?
A pull up.
We will do some pull ups, and we'll put a poll out.
Pull up and a pull out?
Pull out and a pull out.
That's just too much
and some
for
pull
me.
locks. Nope, can't do that.
Nope. Okay.
No Polish. Nope.
Ivan Putski, watch out.
Polish hammer, baby.
All right. Thank you for listening to the show.
Keep marking out.